If your knife crushes a tomato instead of slicing it, here is the good news. It is not ruined, it is just dull. Most people would toss it and buy a whole new set for 50 bucks or more. But I'm going to take 3 filthy, rusty old blades and bring them back to razor sharp. By the end, one of these is going to slice paper like new. And honestly, a dull knife is not just annoying, it is dangerous because it slips far more easily than a sharp one. Welcome back to Dan Fix, I'm Dan. Let's build the first sharpening tool. For this method, 2 plastic bottle caps and a sheet of A400 sandpaper are all that's needed. The caps are placed on the sandpaper and used as templates to mark 2 circles. Using scissors, both circles are carefully cut out. Next, a small amount of super glue is applied to each cap before pressing the sandpaper firmly into place. A 400 grit is coarse enough to remove worn metal quickly and begin rebuilding the cutting edge. To connect the caps together, a heated soldering tip is used to create a hole through the center of each cap. The plastic melts cleanly and creates a perfect mounting hole. Now, a bolt is inserted through both caps with the abrasive surfaces facing each other. A nut is tightened onto the bolt and the entire assembly is secured firmly. The first sharpening attachment is complete. The tool is mounted into a drill and tightened securely. Once the drill starts spinning, the blade is slowly brought into contact with the rotating sandpaper. The most important part of sharpening is maintaining a consistent angle. If the angle changes constantly, the edge becomes uneven, and the knife will never perform properly. Slow passes are made from one end of the blade to the other. The grinding sound becomes smoother as the edge improves. After several passes, the blade is inspected. The edge already looks cleaner and more uniform. A quick touch confirms there is now much more bite along the cutting edge. Time for the first test. A sheet of paper is held upright. The knife slices through it cleanly. No tearing, no snagging. Next comes the lemon. This time the blade cuts straight through with very little effort. That's a huge improvement compared to where we started. Now let's see if a second design can do even better. Here is another knife that has clearly seen better days. When tested on paper, it simply tears the sheet instead of cutting it. For For the second sharpening tool, two metal washers are removed from roofing screws. The washers are placed on another sheet of sandpaper and traced with a marker. After cutting out the circles, super glue is used again to attach the abrasive material to the metal surfaces. Unlike plastic caps, these washers are much more rigid. That rigidity helps reduce flexing and improve stability during sharpening. And let me know where you're watching from. I'm always interested to see how many different countries are represented in this community. And if you have your own sharpening method, share it in the comments so everyone can learn something new. A heated tool creates mounting holes through the center. Then a bolt is inserted and tightened, creating a compact sharpening attachment. The finished tool is mounted into the drill. Then sharpening begins. The blade is guided carefully against the spinning abrasive discs. Just like before, maintaining the same angle is critical. A sharp knife isn't created by removing a lot of metal. It's created by removing metal evenly. After several steady passes, the edge begins to shine. The blade feels noticeably sharper. Now it's time to test. First paper. The knife glides through effortlessly. The cut is smooth from top to bottom. Next, a tomato. As soon as the blade touches the skin, it begins slicing. No crushing, no pushing, just a clean cut. The second tool clearly delivers excellent results. But there is still one more method to try. For the final test, another extremely dull knife is used. A pineapple is placed on the workbench. The blade struggles badly and cannot bite into the tough outer skin. Even the edge itself feels completely worn out. This time, a traditional sharpening stone will be used, specifically a 400 grit stone. Many people own sharpening stones, but not everyone gets good results from them. The biggest challenge is maintaining a consistent sharpening angle. Without a stable angle, even a high-quality stone won't produce a sharp edge. To solve that problem, two binder clips are attached near the spine of the blade. It's a simple trick, but it works surprisingly well. The clips act as guides and help maintain a more consistent angle throughout the sharpening process. Water is sprayed onto both the stone and the blade. This reduces friction and helps carry away metal particles. The knife is then placed onto the stone. With the clips acting as guides, long controlled strokes become much easier. The blade moves forward and back across the stone. Steady pressure, smooth movement, consistent contact. After several passes on one side, the knife is flipped and the process is repeated. The sharpening sound gradually becomes softer as the edge improves. That's often a good sign that the blade is becoming more refined. After finishing, the blade is rinsed and the binder clips are removed. The edge now looks significantly better. Time for the final paper test. The knife slices through effortlessly. The cut is smooth and controlled along the entire length of the blade. Looking back at all three methods, each one has its strengths. The bottle cap version is inexpensive and easy to build using common household materials. The washer version is more rigid and provides better stability during sharpening. And the sharpening stone combined with binder clips delivers the most controlled and professional result. No matter which method you choose, the secret is always the same. Maintain a consistent angle. Work slowly. Stay patient. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.